So, remember Elio? It's an upcoming Pixar movie that's been in the works for quite a while, and, it's set to come out in a month. You probably didn't know that, or forgot about it. I don't blame you. The cause of this? Disney. It's almost as if Disney is pretending this movie doesn't exist. And there's quite a few reasons why for this, and we're starting to retread territory we've already been in before with Pixar and Disney's relationship and them advertising their films. That there's a few pretty big reasons on why this is happening, and I really don't want to be the guy to say it, but there's a pretty good chance Elio might flop. I'm just being all serious. There's so many things against this movie this summer that it's just really gonna hurt it. And Pixar has just beating around the bush. Like, they have this movie on their slate. It's just, they keep pushing it back. And now that it's here, it's stuck in the middle of just a crazy summer of movies. But let's get to the main point on why we see no Elio marketing. It's because of Lilo and Stitch. I'm sorry, you cannot escape Lilo and Stitch marketing. Anything on the internet, it's all over the place. You're watching a commercial, pretty good chance it's Lilo and Stitch. You're on the road driving past a billboard, Lilo and Stitch. You're in a store, see a bunch of plushies, 90% of those plushies, Lilo and Stitch. It's almost as if Lilo and Stitch has become Disney's new mascot. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but I've seen so much more plushies of Stitch than any other Disney character, in my opinion. It's just, over the last few years, Stitch has accumulated such a crazy following. I know he had this beforehand, but it's just become ginormous at this point. And Disney kinda knows this with this movie. We know this movie's gonna do numbers at the box office. This movie was originally gonna be on Disney Plus, but now moving it to theaters, people are now excited for it. Really excited. The initial trailer has over 1 million likes, and in reality, this is another remake, and you would expect there to be backlash here. And honestly, there would have been if they messed up Stitch's design. But with the original voice actor of Stitch returning, and the design, admittedly, being good, I can see the quick turnaround for this movie, and they put the movie at a perfect time, being Memorial Day. This is the perfect spot for a summer movie to be put. It can thrive all of June and a little bit of July, specifically this year. Normally this wouldn't be a problem, this has happened a few years ago, but they're with two big properties this time around. It's with a massive IP, and an IP that isn't really being talked about, nor are people really interested in. The last original Pixar movie, being Elemental, at first did have a rocky start, but there was still interest in the movie. You could take a look at the original trailer, it has close to 50 million views. But when it comes to Elio, it's not really the same. Elio's teaser trailers really never went over 10 million in any of their teasers or trailers they've released. And on top of that, the comments that it does get are people saying that it looks generic and they've seen things like this before. Yes, the plot does have some original aspects to it, but it just doesn't seem that all interesting to people to really go out and see this. Some even saying that the ones that are interested just say they're gonna wait for Disney Plus on this one. Disney back in the pandemic really messed Pixar up with the general audiences if they should be seeing their movies or just waiting for them to come on streaming, with the likes of Luca, Soul, and a bunch of other films like Turning Red. And now that we have this right now, it seems like a film people are going to wait for on Disney Plus. It doesn't help the movie's case. And do I personally think Elio will be bad? No. Honestly, it'll just probably end up being okay, or hell, I'll be surprised by it. Not a lot of people were expecting Elemental to be all that amazing, but here we still have people praising it to this day. So Elio as a film itself, I'm not worried about. I'm worried about how it's going to be doing as a movie on itself. Cause, June is very packed. May is very packed. And don't even get me started on July. July is gonna be chaos. You start off with Superman, then you have Jurassic World, and then the Fantastic Four. And Smurfs is not competition, just scratch that off to the side. But it's just a chaotic month, and Elio dealing with all of that, it's just going to be very competitive for parents deciding what movie they want to take their kids to see. This also was a problem with Elemental. It was released in a month that just had so much coming out, like Spider-Verse, Indiana Jones, and a bunch of other movies, that there just wasn't space for it to even breathe. And with all these blockbusters releasing, more people are going to be entitled to see the big movies, like Marvel movies or Jurassic World movies. Hell, even people are more interested in the How to Train Your Dragon remake than Elio right now. Now, it does seem like it has the week to itself with nothing too crazy, but there are movies that release the week prior and the week after it. So it really has that opening weekend to really breathe, but knowing Disney, they're going to put Lilo and Stitch at the forefront. This is going to be their big moneymaker before Zootopia 2 comes out. And it seems like Disney just doesn't know what to do with Elio. This movie had 3 release dates over the course of its existence. And when you come up to someone and they say they've never heard of this movie, that's not a good sign. Most trailers from this movie just aren't enticing enough. And, you know, I can kind of understand that. I won't lie, Pixar teasers and initial trailers really don't do the best job of selling you on what the movie's actually gonna really be like. Like, Elemental kind of gave a bit of it, but the movie itself did a much better job. Elio could do the same. But if the movie doesn't end up being good and the reviews aren't like crazy, it won't entice people to go see the movie, and people will just say, alright, I'll just wait for this on Disney+. Which is most likely gonna happen, unfortunately. It really sucks to see original animated movies treated like this. And especially with Pixar. Pixar bringing Disney some of their biggest hits ever, and just deciding to push away projects and pretend they don't exist like Elio, and just focus more on sequels, because with Inside Out 2 becoming one of the highest grossing movies of all time, Disney can already see Pixar's only being good for sequels right now, such as Toy Story 5, Incredibles 3, and one of the worst cases of this, Coco 2. This is definitely one of the biggest scenarios of a sequel not being needed, and just because Inside Out 2 did amazing doesn't mean we need a crap ton of sequels. I know we're getting an original film next year called Hoppers, but to be quite honest, who knows how Pixar is going to treat this movie based on how they're treating Elio right now. But hey, I could be possibly too quick to the gun on this. Maybe Pixar and Disney will start marketing this movie by mid-May. But if not, they start waiting until like 2 or 1 week before, this movie's fate will kind of be sealed. But I will be going to go see it, I will be supporting it, hopefully it's good. I really can't see this movie being bad, it'll be either good or okay. Honestly, that's kind of where my stance is on the movie right now. But it doesn't deserve to be treated like this right now. And as we get closer to release, more support should be showing up for this movie. Cause if this movie flops, Disney's gonna pretend like it didn't even exist, cause they have Lilo and Stitch to cover it up. But what do you think? Do you think Elio will be a success at the box office? Do you think Disney should be marketing this movie a lot more than they are right now? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.